Today I'm going to talk about an actor who has been in the spotlight recently, mainly due to his role as Spider-Man in the MCU's version of the character. At the age of 25, he has accomplished a lot in his career, partially already making him a household name, and very popular amongst young Marvel and comic book film fans. He wasn't always the Tom Holland we know of him today, and he had to grind a bit in order to get here. Born in Kingston upon Thames, England in the summer of 1996, he is the youngest of 3 brothers. He also has Irish roots, as his paternal grandmother was from Ireland. Growing up, he went to school in southwest London, and then eventually went to Brit School for Performing Arts and Technology in Croydon, a town in southwest England. His career started primarily as a dancer. He attended a hip-hop class at Nifty Feet Dance School in Wimbledon. While performing at the 2006 Richmond Dance Festival, he was spotted and discovered by a choreographer of the musical play Billy Elliot. After 8 auditions and rigorous training, he landed a supporting role in the play, and then eventually went on to headline the musical himself as the title character. He even got invited to 10 Downing Street to meet the then UK Prime Minister Gordon Brown, along with the other actors who had played the role of Billy Elliot. After a few years of performing the play, he landed his first ever role, a voiceover role for the English dub of an animated film from the acclaimed Studio Ghibli. The film was called ARRIETY, and he had voiced the character lead in Show. In the same year, he landed his first ever live-action film role in the acclaimed film The Impossible in 2011, in which he acted alongside the likes of Naomi Watts and Ewan McGregor, a natural disaster film about a family who come across the terrible 2004 Indian Ocean earthquake and tsunami. He played the son of both characters played by McGregor and Watts, with Watts eventually going on to be nominated for the Oscar in her role. McGregor and Holland's performances were also praised, with many believing their portrayals were very realistic and authentic to how a family would react in a time of crisis. Tom Holland may have been a new face in Hollywood by that point, but he certainly made a mark. For that role in The Impossible, he won the National Board of Review Award for Best Breakthrough Performance, while subsequently winning the London Film Critics Award for Young British Performer of the Year. In the next year or so, he would star alongside established actress Saoirse Ronan in his 2013 film How I Live Now. While the film was relatively smaller in scale and impact as the 2011 film The Impossible, the film still included rising stars such as George McKay, who would later star in 2019's 1917. Holland would go on to play the son of the protagonist in the BBC miniseries Wolf Hall, which he acted alongside Oscar winner Mark Rylance. In the next year, he would star in the Ron Howard directed film In the Heart of the Sea in 2015. While the film may have been a box office bomb, it still got decent reviews from critics. Now this is where things start to get interesting for Holland. Sony and Marvel Studios had came to an agreement to work together on a new slate of Spider-Man films, with rumors swirling that Spider-Man would make his debut in the MCU in the 2016 film Captain America: Civil War. As the release date grew closer and closer, he was finally revealed as Spider-Man in the trailer for the movie, with him appearing in the inevitable fight between Steve Rogers and Tony Stark at the airport. Sony and Marvel had made a conscious effort to leave him out of any marketing for the movie besides that trailer. He does not even appear in the poster for the film. Even though his time in the movie was brief, Holland made an impression right away, especially with him playing perhaps the most popular comic book superhero in the world. It should be mentioned that in the same year as Civil War, Holland starred in the exploration epic The Lost City of Z in 2016, in which he played the son of explorer Percy Fawcett, as he tries to discover the lost city of Zed in the Amazon rainforest. The film was praised by critics, and even though it may have gone under the radar, it was still a very good film. He would also star in the 2017 film The Current War. However, the film went through numerous delays due to the Harvey Weinstein scandal. It was initially supposed to be a big Oscar contender, but unfortunately the film faded into oblivion. It was soon announced that he would star as Spider-Man in the standalone film Spider-Man Homecoming in 2017. And like most Marvel efforts, the film was a critical and financial success. In the film, we were introduced to Michael Keaton's Vulture and Zendaya's MJ, along with numerous characters that appear in Peter Parker's high school. While many fans loved it, some were indifferent towards the film due to it being about a novice-level Spider-Man who relied on other superheroes for guidance, such as Robert Downey Jr.'s Tony Stark. However, most really appreciated the movie, and the character would make another appearance in 2018's Avengers Infinity War, perhaps MCU's best overall team-up movie. In the film, the Avengers headlined by Captain America, Iron Man, Thor, the Guardians of the Galaxy, and Doctor Strange set out to stop the evil Mad Titan Thanos from collecting all 6 Infinity Stones, preventing him from potentially wiping out half of existence. The film turned out to be the highest grossing film of 2018, with it actually being one of the highest grossing films of all time. A year later, Tom Holland would show up as Spider-Man again in Avengers ENDGAME, which marked the conclusion of the Thanos Infinity Gauntlet arc of the MCU. The film was also the highest grossing film of all time for about a year or so, until the former highest grossing film Avatar had another run in theaters. It was then announced that the next Spider-Man film would be Spider-Man Far From Home and would come out in 2019. The film was the first Spider-Man standalone film not to take place in the city of New York, as it featured Peter Parker going on an international trip to Venice, Italy with his class, where he would encounter the supervillain Mysterio, played by Jake Gyllenhaal. It was a great success as it went on to be the first ever Spider-Man movie to cross $1 billion worldwide. It's personally my least favorite Tom Holland Spider-Man film, but it was still rather entertaining to watch. Tom Holland would then star in the 2020 motion picture The Devil All the Time, in which he acted alongside an ensemble cast that included Robert Pattinson, Sebastian Stan, and Bill Skarsgård. The film had mixed reception from critics but appreciated the performances. Holland's next live-action performance was in the 2021 film Cherry, in which he played a fictional version of a man named Nico Walker, an ex-military soldier who falls on hard times and resorts to robbing banks. It was a role that definitely tested Holland's range as an actor. With the Russos directing, the film went on to be criticized on many fronts. However, Holland's performance was praised alongside Sierra Bravo's performance as well. The criticisms lied with the screenplay and the direction. He also did Chaos Walking, in which he acted alongside Daisy Ridley. The film was panned and was a flop, but not due to him or any performance, just internalized studio mishaps and overall direction. Now we get into what is perhaps the biggest film of Tom Holland's career, 2021 Spider-Man No Way Home. The anticipation of this film was absolutely insane, as many publications, personalities, and influencers had shared speculation about the film as soon as the title was announced. Many people also reported supposed casting choices for the movie that many people were extremely excited about. Needless to say, it was the most talked about film on Twitter even before the film's release. Spider-Man No Way Home was the highest grossing film worldwide in 2021, a massive success both critically and financially. This set the stage for a multiverse of potential. Many people actually believe that this film is Tom Holland's best performance as Spider-Man and the best live-action Spider-Man film since 2004's Spider-Man 2. Holland has made his rounds in the industry, even reportedly dating his Spider-Man co-star Zendaya. His career has skyrocketed in just a short amount of time, and is no understatement to say that the last few years have catapulted Holland into stardom. He still has a very, very long career ahead of him, and I'm sure he will be headlining films for years. His next venture is the 2022 blockbuster Uncharted, based off of the video game franchise of the same name. This will be the ultimate test for his box office potential as a lead actor, with this film not being tied to any superhero franchise. I look forward to what Tom Holland does in the future. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe for future content. My name is Lance, and I'll see you later.